yesterday, the schedule was released. So the question is, what was the NFL thinking? What is going through your mind? Because they just handed the Dolphins a major responsibility that they can't handle, that they've never been able to handle for 40 years. Miami does not perform well on primetime games. They don't perform well against good teams. You gave Miami 6 primetime games. 6. The Madrid one is a primetime game. You're the only one on. That's prime time for me. So you're playing week 3 at the Bills at 8:15 on Thursday. Week 4, you got a shot to win that one against the Jets at home, 7:15 Sunday night. It's a doubleheader that night. Week 9 versus Baltimore on Thursday night, 8:15. Week 11 versus Washington in Madrid at 9:30 in the morning. Week 15 at Pittsburgh, you got a chance because Pittsburgh sucks, 8:15 on a Monday night. And then week 16 against Cincinnati, 8:20 on a Sunday night. That's a lot of responsibility for one of the biggest choking teams in the history of the NFL. They used to be one of the best teams in the history of the NFL. But after the last 3 decades, you have now become one of the worst teams in the NFL when it comes to primetime for sure. Why would you do that? Please don't tell me that the NFL must know something we don't. Of course. And, the whole liner is, now that we're not expecting anything from the Dolphins, this is when they'll surprise us. And I saw A-Chan's interview and talking about, he was asked about the toughness question. Oh, yeah, we heard about it and this and that. Let me explain something to you. I've been at this for a long time. The good cop cannot become a bad cop. Just doesn't happen. You are who you are. And McDaniel is who he is. It's not going to change. He can try, but nobody's going to buy it at all. And you are what you are, and you don't become tough all of a sudden. That happens over time. It didn't happen with the Panthers right away. You brought in Radko Gudas and you started it, but you weren't there yet because you still didn't have the ultimate success. And even when you got to the Stanley Cup the first go-around, you got your asses handed to you. Why? Because you still weren't ready. You still weren't tough enough. It doesn't happen overnight. So for any Dolphin fan that thinks that, hey, no, listen, they're going to turn the page overnight, that's a process. And you have to have a lot of players. Do you want me to go through the roster of the Panthers? Is it 1 or 2 guys that are tough on the Panthers? 1 or 2 on each line. Maybe, I don't know, is there a soft player on the Panthers nowadays? I don't even know if there's a finesse player. Is there a finesse player really on the Panthers? Oh, Bob, yeah, that was smart. So smart. So smart. Did you see Mike Cunha on Twitter? He got that picture and he goes, "This is how I handle all my problems in life." That was a great line on his part. That was good, Mike. That was good. That
I
was
think
funny.
Barkov has become tougher with Kachuk around him, but I still.
Oh no, he's tough. He's tough.
No, I mean he's a tough, but
he's just not a.
He's not that.
He's not Kachuk tough.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's what I mean by that.
He's not Marchand tough.
Yeah, he's tough.
He's
in a
not
different,
Bennett tough.
He's tough in a different way, I guess.
He's tough. Like he'll play you as tough
Yeah.
as it gets, but he's not like a talker. He's
and
not
he has
like
so much skill.
he's not going to instigate a fight. All these other guys will. Everybody instigates fights. Everybody. Is there a soft player on the Panthers? There really isn't. Yeah. Even Paul Maurice. Did you watch him celebrate the Stanley Cup and shoot out all the bad words and everything? Come on, bro. You don't become tough overnight. So the Dolphins aren't going to become tough overnight. HN can talk all he wants about it, but, and by the way, he doesn't bring that kind of game. So it's that he's not the guy I want to use when I want to pound the shit out of the football. Do you? No, I think we're going to use Madison or the Ollie kid if he can, prove to be that, and then a short yardage you hand it to the fullback or something. You want to punish people. HN's not a punisher. The Panthers, did you watch it last night? They punished the Toronto Maple Leafs. Absolutely punished the Toronto Maple. So you're going to tell me that all of a sudden the Dolphins, who have never been a team that can punish you for 40 years, are all of a sudden going to become that? It just doesn't happen. And it's nice and it's, cute to talk about and all that, and it gets you going for a radio segment, or you could write an article about HN and the Dolphins working on toughness. You don't work on toughness, bro. You are tough. Period. End of story. It's in your DNA. It is your disposition. It's who you are. It's your characteristic. Any other adjective you want me to use to describe it? If you don't possess it, you don't have it. Either you acquire Alonzo Mourning or you don't get it. That's just the way it goes. And if you want to go acquire Alec Kessler, rest in peace, then you go ahead. Things have got to be done the right way, and they just don't change with the wave of a wand. We're going to wave a wand. And that's it. It's going to change. We're going to become tough all of a sudden. No, dude. Toughness is proven over a couple of seasons that you go through some tests and you start passing them and not failing them. And then you still fail some. And then the next year you start passing those tests even more and failing less. And then the following year, you actually pass them a lot more than you fail. And then that's when you start to become that team that can, oh, I'm sorry. Some of you aren't old enough. I want to say, you remember back in the day? Most of you weren't back in the day. So I just, it's cute. It's a big responsibility. This is a team that's never been tough for decades. And I don't know what the NFL was doing handing the Dolphins 6 primetime games. And as a hardcore fan, I am terrified of this because this is 6 times that the nation gets to see. It's not something I want to showcase. Okay. We're in day 18,707. Do you know what that is? This is day 18,707 since the last time the Miami Dolphins lifted the Lombardi Trophy. So today, Thursday, May 15th, 2025, makes it 18,707 days that it's been since the last time the Miami Dolphins lifted the Lombardi Trophy. In fact, the last time they lifted the Lombardi Trophy is probably a lot longer than most of you have been around. That's insanity. Okay? Anybody over 50, you were around. Those of you under 50, You have no idea what we're talking about. It's crazy, isn't it? I'll be 59 this year. And that's insanity. That's a big responsibility, dude. 6 primetime games. I hope they surprise us. I hope they shock us. What I hope they don't do is what they normally do. Fold like the Toronto Maple Leafs. Because it sucks to have my favorite team out on national television only to, get embarrassed and lay an egg. It's disgusting, actually. Big responsibility.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.